Alright, let's grab some of my valuables and... oh, I have absolutely nothing. I should probably go mining. In this episode of Hardcore Minecraft, I'm going to mine 10,000 ores to become extremely rich. But before we fill up these shulker boxes with 10,000 ores, we first have to make a place to go mining. I'm thinking we build some sort of cave entrance over here. So let's just... okay, this is everything that I need to build the mine. So let's just mine a small chunk out of the ground. Add some ores and some spiky bits for decoration, I guess. The mine entrance itself. A blast furnace area. And finally, a moving minecart with a chest inside for some extra storage. Alright, this is looking nice, but it doesn't take me underground. Let's change that. And just like that, we are fully finished and ready to mine. Now, to obtain 10,000 ores, I'm going to try 4 different mining methods to see which one is the best way to mine. So, method 1, I'm just going to explore caves. For method 2, I'm going to try strip mining. Then for method 3, I'm going to be getting ores from the nether. And finally, for method 4, I'm going to be beacon mining underground with haste 2. So, seeing as I need a beacon, let's head to a nether fortress and get some wither skeleton heads. Alright, we are at the nether fortress. Now, the question is, can we get ourselves a wither skull from our first wither skeleton? And... no, we can't. Okay, so I'm trying to get some wither skeleton skulls and take a look at this. Is this amount of wither skeletons normal? Because I have never seen this amount in my life. This is absolutely crazy. Like, take a look at this. There's like hundreds. Okay, I just took all of them out and I didn't get a single wither skeleton skull. You've got to be kidding me. Come on, and... oh, we actually got one. Hey, stay back. So we have our first wither skeleton skull. Only 2 more to go. Okay, there's 4 wither skeletons here. Surely one of you guys have to drop one. Yes, we got our second one. Now, I doubt any of these guys are going to drop one, but we can still try. No way! I just got back-to-back wither skeleton skulls. You know what? I will take that. We now have 3 wither skeleton skulls. Okay, I guess let's head home and fight the wither and get ourselves a beacon. So let's just go ahead and spawn in the wither just like this. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not actually going to spawn up here. But what I am going to do is spawn it down here. Now, as you can see, I've prepared a straight line that I can run down for if the wither gets too close. I also added the infinity enchantment onto our bow in the last episode, so hopefully that should help us here. And we're good to go. So let's do this. Okay, here we go. As soon as it spawns in, I'm just going to shoot my bow an absolute ton. So let's just keep on shooting our bow just like this, and look at the amount of damage this thing does. I always get scared to fight the wither, and then I realize that our bow is just so overpowered. And come on, boom, just like that we have defeated the wither. Now we're okay, there's the nether star, so we can now craft ourselves this beacon just like that. And although we don't need to use this beacon until the final mining method, it's just a good thing to get out of the way so we can focus on mining. And I've also just remembered that I only have 2 silk touch pickaxes, and seeing as I'm silk touching 10,000 ores, I am definitely going to be needing more than just 2 silk touch pickaxes. So let's make 2 fresh diamond pickaxes, upgrade both of them to netherite pickaxes. Now we can head inside the library to try and find some silk touch books. Here's 1, and here is 2. Let's also grab another efficiency book. Now finally, let's put this pickaxe in here and combine it with this book to get ourselves efficiency, silk touch, and unbreaking. And then let's give this pickaxe efficiency 5 unbreaking and also a silk touch book as well. So now that we have everything ready, the last thing I'm going to do before I fill up all of these shulker boxes with 10,000 ores is quickly go ahead and color code all of my shulker boxes. Just like this. And then I'm going to just name each shulker box after what method they are going to be used for. For example, these 2 shulker boxes will be filled with ores that I get from exploring caves. These 2 shulker boxes will be filled with ores that I get from strip mining, and so on. So let's head down to our mining area and begin mining 10,000 ores. And the first mining method is exploring caves, so let's find one. Alright, so we have found ourselves our first cave, and although it's not very big, it does have a mine shaft. But of course, before we explore the mine shaft, let's begin silk touching our first ores. Hold up just a second, I have never seen iron ore placed like this in... wait, what is that? Guys, I have no idea what I'm looking at right now. Is that a raw piece of iron? That's a block of raw iron. I had no idea you could find those underground. That is the weirdest thing I have ever seen. I mean, I'll take it. It definitely brings us closer to 10,000 ores, but this is just so weird. We have got ourselves our first diamond ore, and I'm pretty sure it's just 1 piece. Yeah, it's just 1 diamond ore by itself. I should also probably explore this mine shaft, although it could be pretty dangerous. Ooh, so it seems that this mine shaft is connected to this giant cave, which is perfect, seeing as we need to explore caves to get ores for this method. So what I think I'm going to do is just go around this massive cave and mine every single ore that I can see. Let's do this. Now, this cave was absolutely huge and filled with valuables. I mean, everything was going great and I was mining pretty peacefully. That was until, for some reason, an absolute ton of mobs spawned and I had seriously no idea why. Why is there so many mobs spawning? Well, that was fun. On the bright side, at least I found some axolotls. I have been exploring caves and mining for absolutely ages. So let's just quickly grab these diamonds and finally pick up these pieces of redstone. So if I've done the maths correctly, we should be able to move on to the next method of mining, which is of course strip mining. In this shulker box, we have pretty much filled it up, and this is just all of the ores that we have got from exploring caves. Just take a look at that. And let's also not forget about this shulker box as well. So in both of these shulker boxes combined, there is over 2,500 ores, which means we are now a quarter of the way there to getting 10,000 ores. But now that we're done with exploring caves, let's move on to strip mining. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and say this is definitely the method where we're going to find the most diamonds, because I am mining at diamond level, and would you look at that, we've already found some diamonds. Now, I have a lot of strip mining to do, so let's get to work. Ooh, our pickaxe is getting really low, but being a pro Minecrafter, I always bring backups. And just like this, we can get a fresh pickaxe and boom. But also real quick, this is the progress that I've made while strip mining, and it's actually not bad. We have found like almost a stack of diamonds already, but we have quite a long way to go, so let's keep going. Now, guys, I don't know if you know this, but mining in a straight line for just ages, it's not the most fun thing to do. But, I need the resources, so I really don't have much of a choice. You know, the only thing keeping me mining at this point is just imagining the amount of valuables we're about to get with all of this when I finally get to mine it with my fortune pickaxe. What am I doing? It has taken forever, but we have finished the strip mining method, and in total, we have ourselves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have almost 9 stacks of diamond ore. And if we combine everything that we have gotten from the strip mining method and also the exploring caves method, we have in total 5,000 ores. Now, before we finish this off and get 10,000 ores, I want to make my way back home so that I can make a place ready to smelt all of the 10,000 ores when I get them. So what I'm gonna do is build a giant furnace right here, and then inside of the giant furnace I can have an auto smelter which will be able to smelt thousands of ores extremely quickly. Now, to make this giant furnace, I'm going to need to collect a bunch of gravel and also quite a lot of sand, and then I also need a bunch of stone, a few pieces of wool, and finally some clay. So this is everything that we need to make a giant furnace. The only thing I need to quickly make now is just some concrete, so let's make some grey concrete, some red concrete, yellow concrete, orange concrete, some light grey wool, and finally some light grey concrete. And to make sure that I'm doing a good job of building a giant furnace, I'm going to put a normal one right here so I know what to build. So to start things off, I'm just going to go ahead and flatten out this area. Okay, let's start on the build over here. I have really no idea of how this thing's going to turn out. I mean, I think we're doing a pretty good job so far. You know what? I'm actually pretty surprised. I don't think it looks that bad. I mean, it's really hard to make it look exactly like a normal furnace, but you know what? I think I've done a pretty good job. Now, what I want to do for this bottom bit of the furnace down here is actually make it look like this furnace is turned on. So I'm going to grab some orange, red, and yellow concrete, and I'm going to try my best to make it look like this furnace is being used just like you would see on a regular furnace. Wow, that just makes it look 10 times better. I'm gonna leave this part of the furnace open because inside of there is where I want to build the auto smelter. But for now though, let's go around the furnace just like this and fill the rest of it in. Now let's just build the room inside of the furnace where the auto smelter is going to go. Now luckily for us, building an auto smelter is really easy because it requires no redstone to set up. So let's just quickly put everything into place. Now let's just put these hopper minecarts down. These will help just put everything into the furnaces for us. And let's finish off the back of the room just like this. All right, so the auto smelter is all finished and there is a drown here for some reason. So let me show you guys how this works. So say for example, I want to smelt this sand. I go ahead and put that in the top chest. And as you can see, the hopper minecarts are picking it up. And then I do the exact same thing for the coal. And then I press this lever. And as you can see, the hopper minecarts put everything inside of the furnaces. And then we leave the auto smelter for a little bit of time. And then as you can see, everything that has been smelted pops out in this chest. So when the time comes to smelt 10,000 ores, this auto smelter should do it really, really fast. But for now though, it's time to get back to mining. And And our third method is, of course, mining ores in the nether. Now, this is definitely the easiest way to get ores. And the reason that I really wanted to do this method is because when I mine all of this quartz with my fortune pickaxe, the amount of XP that we are going to get is insane. And even this gold ore right here is really, really useful for gold. Ooh, look at the amount of ores that there are over here. I'll take all of this. Now, there is a bastion right here, and I really don't know whether it's just worth risking everything to go and explore it, because as you can see, there are just a ton of pigmen. This is going to be so risky, but you know what? I'm going to do it. Now, I think we'll be okay as long as we don't find a piglin brute, because those things can seriously do some damage. Okay, let's just be very careful. Let's take you out. Okay, so there is a chest right here. Let's just make sure we are all good to go ahead and loot it. I'm just going to block off all of these entrances. All right, let's see what we get. And, oh, okay, look at that. We have some iron, some golden carrots. For the first chest that we found, that's pretty good loot. All right, let's just go over here and... Okay, so I found another chest. Let's just block this one off as well. And, oh, we got pig step. I'm pretty sure this music disc is really rare. Let's go. That's the only good thing from this chest, but I will take that. That is the first pig step that I have found. Okay, let's head into the middle of this thing. And there is a chest in the middle which has a gold block. Let's go. I think there's probably one more chest. I'm just going to go ahead and look. And also, let's not forget to grab this gold block. I'll take that. Okay, I think that may be the last chest over there. Let's go. I don't think there's any piglins over here, so let's quickly check inside here. We have another gold block, and you know what? I don't think there's anything else really good in this chest. Oh, no. There's a piglin brute. There's a piglin brute. Okay, let's go. Let's get out of here. You know what? I am not risking it because those things are the absolute worst. Did you guys just see how much damage that just did? Now, I think I've looted every chest, but even if there is one more that I haven't looted, I don't care. I'm not going back in there because I really do not want to deal with a piglin brute. You know what, though? Let's just get back to mining ores because right now we have around about 5,000 ores and we have another 5,000 to go. So let's just fly around the nether and get all of the ores that we need. And just like that, we have all of the nether ores that we need. So we have all of the quartz and all of the gold. But even more importantly, our total amount of ores is now at 7,500, which of course means we only have one method of mining left to do, and this next mining method is about to be the most satisfying one out of them all, because, well, the next mining method is mining with a beacon. And in case you're wondering why this is about to be so satisfying, well, let me show you. But first, I sort of have to borrow these diamond blocks from this beacon because I don't have enough blocks to build another one. So let's move the beacon down here, and then of course, let's give the beacon haste 2. Okay, now this is the reason this mining method is about to be the most fun and most satisfying. I could do this all day. And you can already see that it's a really good way of getting ores because we not only have some lapis, but also some coal. And I'm pretty sure this is some of the first coal ore that we have got so far because all of the other mining methods have required us to mine quite deep underground. So yeah, we should be able to get some coal ore from this method. Oh, we've also stumbled onto some gold as well. And of course, some iron. Also, guys, another thing that I've just realized about this method is that we're just going to have giant chunks mined out of the ground. Anyway, though, as I said earlier, we have 7,500 ores so far. So let's go ahead and get the final 2,500 ores that we need to get up to 10,000 ores. Let's do this. Okay, so this is how much we have mined of this place, and it is just looking destroyed. And hold on just a second. Did I really walk past some diamonds without realizing? How many have we got here? We have 1, 2. And is there any more hidden behind? And yes, there's another 2 here. So in total, 4 diamonds that I completely missed. Now, I'm going to be honest, this method has really surprised me. I didn't expect it to be that good, but I seriously cannot stop finding ores. Anyway, though, let's check on the progress so far. So if we put all of these ores in this shulker box, we have almost 1 full shulker box. So we're making really, really good progress. And we have just found an amethyst geode. That has to be one of the most satisfying things you can do in Minecraft. Okay, let's not get too distracted because we are so close to filling up the first shulker box for the beacon mining method. Okay, so I've been mining for a little while and we have successfully filled up the first beacon mining shulker box. And we've also made a little bit of progress on the second shulker box here. So I think we only need around about 9 or 10 more stacks of ores until we have reached our final goal of 10,000 ores. Let's get back to mining and let's hit that 10,000 mark. These pieces of copper should be the final ores that we need to bring us over the 10,000 mark. mark. And from what it looks like, this is a giant vein of copper. So yeah, I'm thinking this may be the last amount of ores that we need until we hit 10,000. You know what? I'm going to make these last diamonds the final ores that we mine. So let's grab these and check if we're over the 10,000 mark. So let's put these shulker boxes down. And now let's place in all of the ores that we just mined. So there it is. If we go ahead and combine all of our shulker boxes, just like this, we are now at 10,000 ores. So if you guys ever want to know what 10,000 ores looks like, well, it looks something like this. We just have so much diamond ore, so much iron, gold, redstone, lapis. Honestly, I don't think we're going to need to go mining again for a very long time because this is a serious amount of ores. And also, we're going to be getting way more than just what's in these shulker boxes because I'm going to be using my fortune pickaxe, which will obviously give us more than one of each ore. But I just can't believe what I'm looking at right now because this is just so many ores. But now for the part that we've all been waiting for, I'm going to go ahead and stack all of these ores on top of each other and then go ahead and mine every single one. But before we do that, I should probably bring back this beacon. All right, so we are back home and ready to mine all 10,000 ores. But really quickly, before I do anything, I need your guys' help naming this mine because we built this mine at the start of the video, but I completely forgot to ask you guys for what we should go ahead and name this new mining area. So make sure you guys comment down below some name suggestions. And of course, I'll be putting a sign right here with not only your name, but also the name that you suggest. And speaking of names, I asked you guys in the last episode to give some name suggestions of what we should call our brand new library, and I have gone ahead and chosen one. Now, the name that I have chosen is the Leveling Library. I'll go ahead and put the comment on screen and everything like that. I really think that this name suits the build, but as always, thank you guys all so much for the name suggestions. But now the time is here to finally place down all 10,000 ores and also mine them. So what I'm going to do is place all of the ores on top of this furnace. I think it will look really cool, but even more importantly, I'm definitely going to need to set up a beacon down here because mining these ores is going to take absolutely ages and hopefully having a beacon will make it much quicker. Okay, so we have the beacon in place. Let's just go ahead and give it haste 2. And then the final thing that I'm just going to quickly do is put a bunch of chests inside of the furnace so I have a place to store all of the valuables when I mine them. Now, having all of these chests here is going to make everything so much easier because when I have all of like my iron and gold and everything in these chests, I can just move them over into these chests and smelt everything super quickly. Anyway, let's get into the most exciting part of all of this, and that is placing down all of the ores and then mining them. Now, one thing that I know for sure is that this is going to take me absolutely ages because there is 10,000 ores here and placing down 10,000 blocks, well, I just know it's going to take a while. So I think I'm just going to start by placing down all of the nether quartz, and then the higher up that we go in the pile, the rarer the ores become. So yeah, to start with, let's just get all of the nether quartz down. This is all of the nether quartz, so let's move on to placing the nether gold ore. So now that we've placed down all of the nether ores, seeing as the higher up we're getting, the more valuable all of the ores are going to become, I think next would be a pretty good idea to start placing down all of the copper. And when I say there is a lot of copper, I seriously mean there is a lot of copper, so I have a lot of placing to do. That's all of the copper placed down, so let's move on to coal. And we can now move on to redstone. Okay, we're almost done with the redstone, and boom, we can now move on to lapis. That's all of the lapis done, so we can now place down all of the iron. Now, before I go ahead and place down all of the gold and diamonds, just take a look at the progress we have made so far. This is looking crazy. And the thing that I really like is that all of the ores are placed on top of a giant furnace, and for some reason, that just makes it look way cooler. Anyway, though, we are now down to the last 2 ores that we have to place, and that is gold and then diamonds. So I'm going to place down all of the gold first, and then finally we'll put the diamonds on top, and then we're going to go through and mine everything. So let me grab the rest of this gold, and I think that should be everything. So let's get to placing all of the gold. And, oh, there is a creeper up here. Let's get rid of this. It's now finally time to place down all of the diamonds. And once we have done this, that is all of the ores placed down. So let's do this. All right, guys, check this out. Here is all of the 10,000 ores placed down. Now, after we mine this, we are going to become so rich, and we probably won't have to mine again for a very long time because the amount of just valuables I'm going to get out of this is going to be insane. I mean, just take a look at the amount of diamonds that are up there. Take a look at the amount of gold, iron, like, there's just so much stuff. So I guess let's just begin mining all 10,000 ore, and let's start off with the diamonds. Right, here we go. Starting off with the diamonds now. I am really interested to see how many diamonds we're actually going to get from this. And just to make sure, yep, okay, so we are using our fortune pickaxe. Here we go. So we're already at a stack of diamonds, which means I'm just going to take a guess and say that we're probably going to end up with about maybe, I don't know, like 10 to 15 stacks of diamonds. Who knows? I could be really far off because, I mean, we've just hit our second stack, which means that I may be a little off because, yep, we've just hit our third stack of diamonds. Now, having the haste 2 beacon is definitely making this fast, but with deep slate, it doesn't actually make it that much faster. Anyway, though, let's keep going, and I'll make sure to keep updating you guys with the amount of diamonds that I'm getting. Okay, and that is the first layer of diamonds destroyed, and we have ourselves 6 stacks of diamonds so far, and we have another 2 layers of diamonds to go. Okay, this is the second layer of diamonds done, and we have ourselves 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have almost 13 stacks of diamonds, and we have 1 more layer of diamonds left. Oh, actually, we have a little bit more than 1 layer of diamonds left because there's some diamonds under here that I actually forgot about as well. So we're definitely going to get over 15 stacks of diamonds. My guess is very wrong. We are now down to the final few pieces of diamond ore, and there we go. So in total, we got ourselves around about, okay, we've almost got a full shulker box of diamonds. So that's almost 26 stacks of diamonds right there. So let's take all of these diamonds into the furnace and just store them in the chest for now. And let's head back to the top and begin mining the gold layer. Okay, so I've just finished mining all of the gold, and in total we have just over half a double chest filled with gold. So half a double chest of diamonds and then just over half a double chest of raw gold. But you know what, though? We have still a lot more mining to do, so let's move on to mining the iron. So we are now done mining all of the iron, so let's head into the furnace. So in total, we have ourselves almost a full double chest of iron. Now, this is going to come in so useful because I'm always using iron. And hold up a second, why is there a wandering trader just on my beacon? What trades have you got? These have to be some of the worst trades that I've ever seen. I mean, come on, a bucket of pufferfish. Anyway, though, it's time to mine all of the lapis. So I'm about to be done with the lapis layer, and the problem is that I've been mining so much lapis that I've literally had to turn it into lapis blocks. I mean, is it possible to have too much lapis? But anyway, let's put all of this inside of this chest, and wow, that is a lot of lapis right there. So now I believe we are on to mining the redstone layer. So I think we're about halfway down. And we are almost done with the redstone layer. There we go. And I'm gonna have to turn all of the pieces of redstone into redstone blocks because, yeah, we have a lot of redstone. So let's move all of the redstone into this chest and boom. Now let's mine all of the coal. So I finished mining all of the coal, and this is the amount that we got. Now it is time to mine the final 3 layers. We have the quartz, we have the nether gold ore, and we have the copper. I've also just realized we're level 72, so I'm hoping that the nether quartz down there is going to be able to get us above level 100. Anyway, let's mine all of this copper. Mining copper ore with a fortune pickaxe gives you so much copper, so I'm doing the same thing I had to do for the lapis and redstone, and I'm turning all of it into raw blocks of copper. So let's go ahead and take all of the blocks of copper down into these chests, just like this, and I think it's safe to say that I'm definitely not going to be running out of copper anytime soon. I'm going to be able to do so many things with all of these valuables, like with all of this iron, the amount of farms that I'll be able to build and stuff like that, and with all of this redstone, I'll be able to build some really cool redstone contraptions, and I mean, I can even get a second diamond beacon now if I wanted to. But anyway, we are down to this layer right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and mine all of this at once because it's all of the ores that we got from the nether. So you know what? Let's go ahead and finish mining all 10,000 ores. So we have mined all 10,000 ores. As you can see, there's nothing left on top of the furnace. So let's go ahead and double check over everything that we got from mining 10,000 ores. So to start things off, we got half a double chest of diamonds. We then almost got a full chest of gold. We pretty much got a full double chest of iron. And then down in this chest, we got a bunch of lapis and redstone blocks. I had to turn them into blocks because there is just seriously a lot of lapis and redstone in this chest. And then over here, we have all of the stuff from the nether ores. So all of the gold, all of the nether quartz. And then last but not least, we got ourselves a ton of copper. And we also got a little bit of coal as well. So I'm going to put some coal into this chest. I'm going to start smelting all of the gold and the iron. So let's flick on the auto smelter. We have a ton of stuff to smelt, but the auto smelter will be able to smelt all of this extremely quickly. So I'm going to wait for this auto smelt in the giant furnace, and I'll see you guys in the next one.